Genetic modification has been one of humanity's greatest achievements, especially in food security. Corn, papaya, soy, watermelon, and other food resources that have bigger yield, immunity to diseases, longer shelf life, and higher nutritional quality. Also, genetic modification has allowed for higher food production and better quality of life, which have contributed to humanity's survival and perpetuation. Poultry, livestock, fisheries, these industries have benefited in the increased production and security of these organisms. But how are GMOs made? What are the processes involved in making them? Are they safe? Let us find out in the process of creating genetically modified organisms. This lesson in Earth and Life Science Rewind, video reviewers for Earth and Life Science. Greetings, senior high school students, and welcome to Earth and Life Science Rewind, video reviewers for Earth and Life Science. This time, we will describe the general process of making a GMO, a genetically modified organism, and enumerate common GMO products in the market. First off, what is a GMO? A genetically modified organism is an organism whose genetic material has been altered, usually with the aim of having desirable traits like higher nutritional value, longer shelf life, and immunity to diseases. But wait, GMOs, are they illegal? Are they unethical? GMOs undergo tests and evaluations to be proven safe. They are as safe as non-GMOs, and only genetic engineering of some animals and humans are considered ethically questionable. Genetic engineering a crop or an animal takes years to complete, but in general, there are 4 steps that genetic engineers make in altering the genetics of an organism. First step is identification. Scientists first identify what kind of trait any plant or crop or animal they want to have. Longer shelf life, immunity to diseases, or a higher nutritional content. Then they find an organism, plant, animal, or microorganism that already have those traits within its genes. A good example would be the case of Bacillus thuringiensis, a bacterium that has pesticidal traits, which produces a natural insecticide that has been used for many years in traditional and organic agriculture. So they need to get that gene and they need to copy it. They copy the target gene using processes involving the new creation of parts made out of protein. Sometimes they use a virus or a plasmid and copying that genetic information in that bacterium. After successfully copying that gene, genetic engineers use vectors, adenoviruses or bacteria, insert that gene into the DNA of the crop or the animal. By inserting the Bt gene into the DNA of the corn plant, it gets its insect resistance trait embedded in its genetic information and being expressed afterwards. After a successful insertion of that gene to the crops, in the laboratory, scientists grow the new corn plant and breed it to ensure it has adopted the desired trait, which is insect resistance gotten from the Bacillus thuringiensis. GMO plants go through in-depth review and safety tests before they are ready to be sold to the farmers. There are lots of agencies regarding the safe and testing of GMOs, so farmers and consumers alike can be assured that there are no side effects or negative effects among these GMOs. It might seem easy and simple with those 4 steps, but scientific institutions take years to develop a modified species, a GMO, and years to prove that they are safe. It takes almost a decade to produce one GMO. But here are some of the successful, safe, and effective GMOs available already in the market. Let's start first with the Bt corn. Using the genes of the Bacillus thuringiensis, this common GMO around the world is insect resistant and is a herbicide resistant crop. It has the genes of that bacterium and it is one of the most commonly used GMO around the world. Bt Talon is proudly Philippine made and it's the first GMO project of the Philippine genetic engineers. It displayed high levels of resistance to pests and can make farmers save money from the pesticides and earn more from its higher yield. Again, Bt Talon takes its genes from the Bacillus thuringiensis. GMO canola has higher levels of lauric acid and is a cheaper alternative than non-GM canola. These canola oils can be used in processing other products, coffee whiteners, candy coatings, cosmetics, and even food products. And golden rice can biosynthesize beta-carotene or vitamin A, and it's used to promote vitamin A deficiency to the children of the world, especially in the Philippines. Philippines has already approved its use in the country. IRI, or the International Rice Research Institute, has helped develop it and has deemed safe by our own government and other nations as well. Genetic engineering is one of the greatest marvels of the 21st century humans. It allowed for precise control over the genetic changes introduced into an organism. It is for the benefit of humanity. They are basically biologically altered organisms designed for the good of our society, our world. But there are certain groups that argue against its safety, and they are yet to be disputed by science. Also, ethical issues arise from the manipulation of the organism's nature. Is it ethical to do these to these animals? Is it acceptable to change their nature biologically? It is your task as a student to research and evaluate the risks and benefits of genetic engineering and how society should proceed with using science for our benefit and progress. So to summarize our lesson for this time, genetically modified organism is an organism whose genetic material has been altered. GMOs undergo tests and evaluations to be proven safe. The process of making GMOs take years but are simplified into 4 steps: identification, copying, insertion, and group. BT Talon, BT corn, GMO canola, and golden rice are examples of GMOs in the market that have desirable traits added into them, like resistance to pests, increased nutritional value, and higher yield. So, let's test your knowledge. Pause this video and try to answer the short quiz. You can resume the video to check your answers after 5 seconds. So video resumes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. These are the answers in the Test Your Knowledge portion. Thank you once again, senior high school students, for watching Earth and Life Science Rewind with your reviewers for Earth and Life Science. And this topic, process of creating genetically modified organisms. See you next time and study smart.